Hi. Um, Today I want to discuss maps and how they distorted maps. This is in correlation to the flat Earth discussion that has been going on worldwide, and humanity is waking up to the fact that it has been um, subject to a massive conspiracy right from childhood um, that distorts our orientation in time and space. I mean, the first thing as a child when you come on this planet, yeah, and I'm just talking from a spiritual point of view. We are all consciousness, and when consciousness enters the body, we come and we have to learn everything about where we are, uh, yeah. And that answers the question who we are as well. But very fact where we are, and they have put us on the spinning ball that is supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, and we feel none of that spin. So that is the major issue. Okay, so I have a map called the Waldseemuller Map, which it's a pretty large resolution map, and I downloaded it from Google. And let's see, this is, show you. Okay, I have the present day India map on the left, because I want to show you how this map distortion went about. It's a pretty large file again, as I said, so it's kind of gets stuck, For all the technological advances, they haven't been able to give us decent CPU speeds unless you're using a very highly professional computer with a lot of RAM. And anyway, okay, so this is all in Latin. Okay. So the spelling is Waldseemuller, WALDSEEMULLER. You can download it on Google, and you have to go to advanced options and pictures and say larger than 70 megapixels, and then you'll get this map. So here we are. Okay, this is interesting. Just follow my cursor. So here we have, okay, this is India. Okay, first let's discuss say. Okay, I zoom out. See, this is how the globe was taking shape. This guy was probably instructed to convert the flat Earth into a globe. So this is the beginning of the distortion. This here you see America is quite distorted. But apart from that, you can see Africa. It's pretty much the shape of Africa, and quite in detail with ports and everything else. But this is Africa, right? What was I going to say? So this mapper, his nose is, It's not like we've been told, okay, they didn't know how to do cartography in those days, yada yada yada. So this guy knew what he was doing. So it's very interesting to see this map of India. I mean, this is India. Okay, now we're going to zoom in. This, and here is present day India right here. So I'm wondering how much distortion there has been, even in the map of India. And from what I'm making out from my research is that the north has been pretty much distorted, and India is way more elongated than actually should be. I mean, this northern part again has been distorted by the Freemasons, the divider and compass people. Divide and rule. You see, they have a divider in that image and a ruler, which stands for divide and rule, and the G stands for gravity. That magical force that can explain everything that has no explanation. G can also stand for geometry, because these people actually, they were surveyors. That was their occupation. Masons, surveyors. Once they got hold of the information about the flat Earth and the positions of power, they decided, okay, let's make this a spinning ball, and we will control all of these sheep, and we will be the unquestioned authority, and then we can put our heinous and devilish designs upon humanity. All of this links to Darwinian evolution theory, that we came from apes, and then the next move would be towards something like an android. So since we don't know anyway, I'm digressing. So so we have two islands here, Angama and Necura. Okay, would you have any idea what these two are? It's very interesting. These are actually, zoom in on this one. Here. What does it say? Andaman and Nicobar. So that's Angama for Andaman and Nicobar for Necura. Okay. So what happened during the colonial times is that the native language words were distorted, most probably knowingly, by the colonial rulers who were under the diktat of the Freemasons and the Illuminati, to distort names. So this is what I really wanted to say today, that most of, if we go back and find the real native names of places, we can fit together a lot of the puzzle about the past, about our past history as well, and many other things. So Andaman and Nicobar, Angama and Necura became Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay. Okay. Now let's see the size. Yeah. I mean, okay. These look huge. I mean, there are smaller islands, as you can see here, all of this. These two are huge. And interestingly, Nicobar is to the north of Andaman. And here in our present day map, we have Andaman to north of Nicobar. which again can correlate to my conjecture that the actual North Pole is the South Pole. The Antarctic is the Arctic. That's why it's very protected, so that we don't get to the North Pole and we don't discover the center of our plane, Earth, flat Earth. Alright, so again, the size-wise, again, these islands have been shrunk again out of scale, because you see this scale, these two are huge. Okay. Alright, so let me quickly, I have only 15 minutes on this video recorder here. So I'm gonna be fast about this. Okay, this is the southern tip of India, and here we have this island called Seylam. If you remember, Sri Lanka used to be called Ceylon in the colonial time. So Seylam is Ceylon, which was later named Sri Lanka. So this is again another distortion. Seylam cannot be Sri Lanka because a lot of Hindus are looking for the Sri Lanka, the tale of Rama and Ravana, and they're looking for present-day Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka is actually Ceylon or Seylam, and not Sri Lanka. So that's another distortion in present times. So, and the real Sri Lanka is probably somewhere else. And I am conjecturing that it's probably present-day Madagascar. Okay, that's very interesting, and then can't cover this in this present video, but in my upcoming videos I will talk about that as well. So, okay, so that's about the Indian part. It's much interesting. Let me close this so I have a bigger screen. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna zoom in on this section here quickly. So there was Java or Java major, and there was Java minor over here. Okay. And again, this is quite big, Could be present-day Australia, actually. Rename. Again, this huge island called Pewtam, that's missing from our present-day maps. So Java minor could be present-day Java, and Java major is what we know of as Australia. And what is Papua New Guinea is somewhere here, this island called Candine or something. So, okay, that's all I have time for really to talk about today. I'm just going to scroll for you to see this map. You see how detailed? Here's the boot of Italy. So he knew his mapping. Yeah? This is Spain, France. Gulf of Arabia again looks pretty much as it is, or more or less. I'm just going to zoom in on Europe so you get